Hey, welcome back to another podcast show by Sam Pies. Of course, I'm the founder of several companies of LMS. I just want to take a minute right now to thank every single individual who has subscribed. We're over 9,500 subscriptions, over 175,000 views on YouTube. You guys monetized me, and I really, really appreciate it, man. I am grateful, thankful, and of course, we all know it's the good man upstairs that has his hand over us and everything that we're doing right now. Today, I want to talk about what are the risks of having partners and what types of partners you should be looking for as a business owner. And so, in the beginning, when I started one of my companies, I really didn't have any partners except my brothers. And, in the family, we all start with family members, we all start with friends, and it doesn't turn out the way we believed it should turn out. And sometimes it's not recognizing each other's talents. Some of us want to be the leaders. Of course, everybody wants to be the dang leader. But at the end of the day, do we know the skills of what it takes to be a leader? And for me, the leadership skills were taught to me by my mother and my grandmother, who really served a lot of individuals as far as family members, taking care of the siblings. My mother and her siblings was the primary concept for my mom, is to serve them, take care of them, make sure they were taken care of. And that was the job of the oldest sibling. And so I watched my mom do that over and over, regardless if she was married. And my dad would get a little bit upset because that was rooted and ingrained in the culture of the Latino market. It might be another culture, but being Latino and seeing that, my mom really helped her brothers adjust here in America. So I tell people, when you're starting off business, you got to understand yourself first. Look in the mirror and find out what your talents, what your strengths are. I would recommend taking a DISC test just to find out what type of personality type you are, what your skills might be, and what skills you really want to sharpen, because we want to focus on the strengths, not your weaknesses. This is where you partner with somebody who has strengths that are your weaknesses, and this is how you complement each other. Because now you start recognizing what your strengths are and what the other individual's strengths are. And taking the DISC test, which is a DISC, it's a personality type to distinguish what type you are. I'm a driver. I'm very powerful in the D section. I drive in the business and I drive at home. So I drive a lot of people crazy sometimes because I'm always thinking, always analyzing, how can I make things better? How can I improve? And is this the best way or the best service that I can give to my client, my family members, and those type of things? The good thing, my wife is very detailed, English major, understands how to write detailed things, system-oriented, which I'm not. I'm very, hey, let's go, let's take off, gut feeling, no due diligence, no team members, no mentorship. So I tell people all the time, you have to understand what distinguishes your strengths to partner with the right people. Now, over 44 years in business, I partnered with the wrong people. Not all money is good money. And when I say that, I'm not talking about drug money, illegal money. I'm talking about people that you get money from to start your business, create the business models. You take this money, you use it, but that's all they brought to the table. And they brought no talent, no other thing except that money. And now you're working for you and you're working for them because they're expecting a return on their investment. And so I tell a lot of people, you really have to date those partners with flowers and candies and find out what the weaknesses, what the strengths are, how they were as a growing up, a family member. Do they have brothers? Do they have sisters? How was their lifestyle before you come into a partnership? Now, I always create a partnership with an LLC. In the beginning, I didn't. We just got into partnerships. We did the partner handshake. And then when things go south, everybody starts pointing fingers everywhere. So I tell people all the time, until you date, wine, talk to that individual, find out what their likes or dislikes are, take the DISC test, and find out how you complement one another. Because if you both are trying to be the leaders, then you're both competing against each other on something that is minute in the company. Now, as a leader, I've learned to lead. I've also learned to serve. I also learned to follow. So I tell people all the time, you need to be able to be open depending the situation or the circumstance that you're in. That way you shine or the other person shines, depending what's needed at that moment in those talents and that leadership skill. With the group that I have now, I've learned to follow my accounting. They tell me now what I can spend, what I can't spend, because I'm a visionary, I'm a dreamer, I'm a serial entrepreneur. And if I see an opportunity, I'm going to jump at it. And that caused a lot of heartache, a lot of failures, setbacks, and caused the division inside my company, because one minute they're going in one direction and then I'm pulling them in a total opposite direction. I had to learn to work as a team member, as a player. Any baseball team has 9 players plus their reserve that's on the bench. Basketball team, same thing. You got your players and you got your reserves. Baseball, same thing. You can't win a championship without a great team. And so to do that, you got to have some great communication skills.